Hello world! Welcome back to another CTFGuide write-up video. In this video, we'll be walking through the cryptography challenge portmanteau. Let's get into it. Rumor has it this piece of text contains nearly all common English words, combined into the most precious portmanteau you'll ever see. Who knows, there might even be a hidden message within the text. What might be the meaning behind the challenge.txt file? Okay, so if you boot the terminal, you're going to get this portmanteau.zip. If you extract it, you'll get these two files right here. The solve script is what we're going to use to actually decipher the meaning behind the challenge.txt file. But in any case, I already have all the files opened up in code right here for us to look at. As you can see, the portmanteau text file has all the words that it's talking about that are all kind of concatenated together. And then the challenge.txt file has an indices array and a length array. Well, the only thing that this could really mean is that the indices are pointing to different character indices within portmanteau. And then the length represents the range of characters that you want to extract from a certain indice. So let's say the first indice was 1 and then we had a length of 3. Well, we'd come to our text here and we'd look at the first indice, which would actually be O because 0 is actually the first indice. And then we would want to grab 3 characters, including the O. So ORT would be the substring of text that we want to extract from portmanteau.txt if our starting indice was 1 and our length was 3. That being said, we can go ahead and start writing the code for this. So all we have to do really is copy these over here. And then we'll establish a flag variable to build as we're going along. Then we're going to open up the portmanteau.txt file so that we can work with it. And then we'll set a text variable equal to the contents of the file itself. Then we're going to define a loop that goes in range of the length of our indices list. You can also use the length of the length list. They're both the same length, so it doesn't really matter which one you use. And then we'll start building our flag. So how we're going to go about doing this is obviously we're going to want to draw from the text itself. So we'll begin by adding in different slices of the text as we know what the starting indice and we know what the length we need to achieve is. So we'll have indices at I, and then we'll slice indices at I plus the length at I. So let's walk through this line real quick to make sure we understand what's going on here. First off, we're slicing the text or grabbing a substring from the text itself, the portmanteau text. And we're starting with the index of whatever's in our indice array as we're looping through it. So we're going to be starting with, let's say, 242 to start with, which is going to be the 243rd character in the portmanteau text. And we're going to slice up into, once again, starting with the indice from the indices array, plus the matching value from the length list at the same indice that's in our for loop. So indices of I, once again, will be 242, and then length of I will be 3. And if we do 242 plus 3, it'll be 245, but it'll actually be 244 because the second value of the slice is always going to be 1 less than it actually is. And that will give us, if we're looking at the first index of the list here as our example here, a substring of our portmanteau text from 242 to 244, which would be 3 characters. Then at the end, we're just going to print the flag out, and we'll see what happens with that after we run it. So let's go ahead and run it. All right, we get some readable text here. It says, the flag is the first 10 digits of pi after the decimal. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do from math import pi, and we're just going to print pi, make sure to convert it to a string, and we're going to grab the first 10 characters after the decimal point. So we have to skip the first 2 characters, that's why we're starting at 2, and we're going to 12. That'll give you the first 10 characters after the decimal point. So now let's rerun the code. And this value right here should be your flag. So we'll copy that, paste it in, and submit. All right, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe to the channel to show your support. Turn on post notifications to get regular injections of cyber content directly into your feed. Check out our Patreon, join our Discord, and follow us on Twitter. Links in the description box down below. And leave any feedback or questions in the comment section down below. This is Almond Milk. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, world.